Greetings, friends. Greetings, friends. Greetings, friends. I'm just going to say it a bunch of times. Greetings, friends, because who knows when the stream actually starts. Me, I'm starting a minute early because I was ready and I got impatient. So, welcome. Welcome to my stream here. We're doing some art to celebrate everyday life. I know maybe some of you have just come from the Scribble game and have already been doing art. Well, congratulations. Today I am drawing something to celebrate everyday life, so I actually did some sketches. They're very, very small if you look at the size of my canvas here. But I made a giant canvas so that I can upload things to Redbubble later. Hello and welcome. By the way, I will say there because of the way that I stream to YouTube, which is through OBS, there's often a delay between when I say something and when it gets out to you, just so you know. But welcome everyone. So let me see here. We've got these little. I just did some sketches. Look, I'll show you everything. Hold on. I need to collapse some. Yeah, I can merge those. I need to merge some layers here. I did do this sketch. I had an idea, basket burb. This is a totally different thing. This is a bird that plays basketball with its beak. I'm using that for something else now. Then then I was drawing the sun, the moon, you know how it is, everyday life kind of stuff. And some vines. But then I thought I need to do what I did for my Music of the Spheres drawings, which is to start smaller, a lot smaller. So I did these little thumbnails. And I was drawing with the leaves, with the plants, but I kind of didn't like the way it was hogging up so much of the screen. Maybe it would look okay, not just as a thumbnail sketch, but I have this idea of a little bird on the moon. Yeah. And then I thought about making it like a window. So this third option is what I'm going to go with. It's what I'm going to try today. Somehow I lost the name of my layer there. So I'm going to just duplicate this and then hide those layers. And I just need the sketch. Well, it would help if I was on the right layer. Okay. Just so I can scale it up a lot. Oh, thanks. I feel this is gonna. Okay, good. I was gonna say, is this gonna be scaled up so much that I can't, that the sketch is unusable? But no, I think we're good. So I'm gonna just do another sketch at this size and probably not use this mechanical pencil brush. We'll see. We'll see. So, anyone want to talk about the album Everyday Life? I already talked about it today on Coldplay Extra stream. So if you missed that, go back and watch it. I was on there with obviously Abby and Celine, and it was really fun. We got to talk about the Live in Jordan stream and our favorite memories of hearing the songs for the first time. Now, these Fontania brushes, I use these a lot for my Music of the Spheres stuff. So maybe I'll try using one of them for this. Let's see. I really have no, like, oh yeah, we can always talk about food. We can somehow make talking about everyday life about food. For example, the Live in Jordan stream. I remember when that happened, I made crepes for the first time on my own. and they were delicious. And I ate them during the stream at night, and then I think the next morning I ate them for breakfast before the next stream. Okay, what do I want to do? I like having it be a little more of like a rounded kind of window, but I just want to set some lines for myself so I know so I know what's actually a straight line here. Let me get some. It's also at a very big size, the canvas, which makes it a little harder for me to draw nicely. I'm gonna add smoothing. Almonds and peaches. Ah, so golden. Ah, so opportune. Okay, this is the window. And then this is like, this is kind of what my windows look like. They got a little thing here with a lever, which is for, wow, I gotta make this eraser a lot bigger. For latching the window. I think there's actually two. So I'm gonna move this over here, thusly. Let's see. Wow, we've got a lot of people here all of a sudden. Hi. Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming. Um, well, I'm drawing everyday life through a window, I guess, is what you could say. And I'm adding way too many lines here. By the way, if you want, feel free to subscribe to this YouTube channel of mine. This is my art channel, so I do art stuff here. If you haven't seen, I've been making an art booklet for Music of the Spheres, which I'm gonna put out for free publicly tomorrow. But I have some videos on this channel of me making that booklet. Not all of the videos are out yet, but I think I have 3 videos up currently for that, and the 4th video will go out probably next week. But the booklet is done. I just didn't finish the videos yet and release them. That's the thing. But anyway, yeah, I try to make videos on here. And then my other channel, my Coldplay is Awesome channel, that one I have my like Coldplay video essays on. But I also haven't done any of those in a while because I've just had too many other things to do. I wanted to make a video about the similarities between Music of the Spheres and Milo Xyloto eras and the actual canon connections now between them, or like the intentional from Coldplay connections between those two eras. Um, so maybe someday I'll actually be able to get that video done. Am I doing the artwork for LP10? Well, Coldplay, if you're watching, I'm available. I think I made some pretty good stuff for my Music of the Spheres booklet, so maybe, guys, when I post it on Twitter, we have to all get Coldplay to look at it. It was really fun in the drawing for Coloratura. I like made a bunch of my own spheres, and it was really fun to do that. Oh, you love the Milo videos? Thanks. Oh wait, this is uneven. Um I had a lot of fun making those because I just always have a lot of fun talking about Milo Xylito. And I miss doing the video essays about like specific songs, but I just feel like the songs that I had the most to say about, I've already done videos for. I wanted to do one about, well, because originally the very first video essay I did for Coldplay was for Viva La Vida or Death and All His Friends, which actually isn't on my YouTube channel because I used too much of the songs that got copyrighted, so I uploaded it to like Dailymotion or something. Um, but that one was about how the song Viva La Vida is about death, and the song Death and All His Friends is about life. And then after that, I did my Every Teardrop is a Waterfall video. And so I wanted to do one video for a song from each album in order, starting from there. So the next one that I thought about doing was for Ghost Stories to do Fly On and talk about um, how the concept of flying and escapism and stuff is very prevalent in Coldplay's lyrics, and birds in general are also very prevalent. Speaking of bird, I drew this nice bird here, but it needs its beak open. How do you? Mm, I'm not the best at drawing birds, I gotta say. I need more practice in how to draw beaks at different angles. Yes, you hate Milo Xylito for some reason. It's okay. It doesn't stop me from loving it. Now, this bird would be like a cute little bird eye right here, and then it's like singing. What I really need to do is stop picking weird Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that well, not when I did that. Um I need to stop picking kind of weird angles to draw birds at. Somehow, the more detail I add to it, the less good it is. Isn't that true of life? That's why Coldplay always say their best songs are the ones that came out in like 10 minutes. No, not hate, but I'm just exaggerating. I'd love to watch that video. Okay, well, I'm going to have to get back on that script then. Yeah, I was talking about like how the themes are recurring throughout Coldplay's discography, which is something I love thinking about. And then here, I mean, this I don't really need to redraw that much. It's pretty much just a circle. Probably my brush is gonna do most of the work, but I'll just get these. I like doing these little like teardrop shapes here. This is fun. If any of you guys ever draw things in Photoshop, what I discovered probably a couple years ago now is that when you go into the brush menu, no, not from here. Well, maybe from there, but not for me. Um, there's this get more brushes option, which let me bring over the tab here, which gets you to this page for Adobe where they have, actually, I need to download this, where they have all of these different brush types. They're all made by Kyle Webster, I think. And they're free to download when you have Photoshop. They just don't, they're not automatically installed. But like these brushes have been a lifesaver. Um, it's what I've been using for like all my art. And I tend to use, there's so many brushes. I tend to use the same ones over and over again, but they're great. They're really awesome to use. So let me make like a little windowsill here too, maybe. Is that even? Here's another pro tip. There's a symmetry tool in Photoshop, so use it. That's what I like to do, just to make sure that everything is even. And I really like using the symmetry tool, the shape tools, and stuff like that. Even just drawing and holding down shift gives you a straight line. But I like to do those things in the sketches so that I have the clean version of it in the sketch. And then I can just use that as a guide and I just kind of draw over it in the actual version. So there's a little more um, uniqueness, a little more imperfections to the actual drawing, but I have at least checked that everything, I can see what is a straight line, what a straight line is supposed to look like over here. Because otherwise, if I just draw a straight line up here, I mean, I know that one's not straight, but if I can get a straight line, it's very hard for me to tell if it actually is going straight. Whoa, that's not. If it actually is going straight across, or if it like is at a diagonal. Wow, you guys are leaving me a lot of comments. I'm not used to this. Usually it's just me and I ran away slash jar jar. Some of the best melody songs are the most simple, intuitive ones, but I also feel like a lot of work goes into making. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Rush Blood to the Head is so great to me because it has masterful layering of the right sounds at the right time and great production. Yeah, true, very true. Yes, I do want to curve away, but not in the sketch, just after. I need to know what I'm curving away from first. So, do I have enough happening here to keep drawing? Yeah. One thing that I didn't do was make a swatches layer. And I kind of have it in this in the thumbnail layer here. Let me just hide these things real quick. But it's very teeny tiny all the way down at the bottom. So I'm going to do layer via copy. And then I guess I don't really need the sketch layer anymore. I'm just going to scale this up a bunch so I can copy the eyedrop the colors. Okay, good enough. Now I have, nope. Now I have my beautiful colors. Okay, probably I'll put this up here. Now the question is what to start on first. Hmm. Hmm. Kyle is the best stick figure drawer I know. Uh, were any of you guys playing the what is it called? Scriblio? Hold on. You just wrote it before. Scriblio game. That was really fun. And I definitely had an unfair advantage because I was using my drawing tablet. Okay. So, one thing that I always think about, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I use as many layers as I can when I draw. So, it like doesn't really matter where I start because I can add layers above or below and just hide things as I work. So, I kind of think let's just start with the moon. And I'm gonna call this layer moon. So I have to figure out what brush size to use. And what I like to do also that helps with it is that I have my sketch layer above the stuff that I'm making. So it'll change like obviously the color of it gets changed because I have this sketch on top. But That's okay. This way I really don't have to worry about covering over something. So I could start with the background and have it not be a big deal because it's not gonna hide my sketch. And that way too, if I wanted to draw like bigger than what something is, like if I draw this line a little bit further, I can still see my original line. It's the little things, you know? No, I don't like that line. I might have to zoom in more. Oh, yeah, we definitely should do the Scriblio game again because that was so fun. Ooh, Coldplay themed comprehensive word list. Yeah, I think it would also be really interesting to do one that pulls from multiple eras and stuff too. Um, that could be really fun. Okay, I've got my moon. I'm just gonna do like the base. So actually, I might just say moon base sun base, meaning that I might go in later and add in, if I add in like shadows and stuff or any texture on top, basically I can use this as a clipping mask. So I'll show you what that means. If I did have, let's say, some shadow on here behind my sketch layer, let's say I want to draw some shadow on the underside of the moon, and this is very rough. I'll just, whoop, I'll just kind of color it like that. Okay, great. And then maybe I set it to multiply and lower the opacity. So if I wanted to only show over the moon, yeah, I could go in and like be very meticulous about erasing or drawing. Or I can just set this as a clipping mask. So when you hold Alt and hover between a layer like this, you can just clip it. So now anything that I draw on this layer stays within the bounds of the moon. And if I drew more on the moon, well, that's not really going to show you anything. If I drew more of the moon down here, you would see that. So that's what I like to do. I like to have a base layer for that kind of thing, and then I just add other things on top of it. Clipping masks are amazing, and I love using them in Photoshop, and you can kind of use them in After Effects too when you're doing animation, but they're called track mats in After Effects. Thanks everyone for being here and watching, by the way, and for livening up the chat. It really is that most of the time when I stream, it's just like me and one or two people, so I'm not used to looking at the chat as often. So sorry if you guys say any really awesome things that I miss. Um, it looks like a fruit bowl. I can kind of see what you mean. Fruit salad. I like you've made it about food again. You guys remember in 2000? Well, I want to say that it was Viva era, but it could have been MX. But the point is that Chris sang fruit salad. But it was a little because he didn't sing fruit salad yummy yummy. He sang yummy yummy fruit salad, which is just wrong. It's just plain wrong. But I loved when that happened because I was definitely not I was past the Wiggles target age for their audience. Not that far past, but I was definitely past it when they were like really big, or when we were able to watch them. on our television, but I have three younger sisters, so it all evens out. But we loved watching the Wiggles, and there's like three. That's one of the songs that is amazing by the Wiggles, and then also Dorothy the dinosaur, Big Red Car, and the amazing song "Where's Jeff." If you guys aren't familiar with those songs, just listen to them. Um, you won't regret it, but you might regret listening to me. um, okay, let's do this bird next. Bird bass. And so the bird will be interesting. I'm gonna do it kind of lineless for now. So I'm just gonna do it as a blob and then see how I feel about things later. In my Music of the Spheres drawings, I've been doing line art in some areas, like whenever there's a character, but I don't know if I want to do it for this one. But I might, because this is getting a little complicated back here, and it's gonna ruin some of my nice. Hmm. You know what? Maybe I will. Maybe I will, but I'm gonna just do like a darker version of this color, so I'll do a color line. I don't know if this is going to be the right color to use, but I will at least try and rename my layer so it says bird line. Hmm. No, the head needs to be. Hold on, this isn't working. Undo, undo. Okay. What I need is like, this needs to be rounder up here, you know? It needs to be a very plump bird. In the in the spirit of Thanksgiving, which is coming up in a couple of days. In the spirit of Thanksgiving, this needs to be a plump bird. It's not a turkey, but that's okay. Doesn't have to be. You don't have to be a turkey to be a plump bird. You can quote me on that. Okay, do I want to draw the eye like here? Yeah, yeah, I will. Okay, I'm going to make a new layer to draw the beak just because I don't want to mess up what I already have. So this mouth should kind of go like that, I think, and then come down like this, maybe. Hey, you know what? Most things in life are food. Is that true? You can quote me. You can quote me on that too. You don't have to be a turkey to be plump, and most things in life are food. You know that song, uh, "The best things in life are free." That was in The Wedding Singer. That's how I know it. It's like that, but it's the best things in life are food. Okay, get my little orange color down here, and now I will color in the bird. So I probably could have left some of the color that I had from before. But oh well. Am I? Oh no. What did I do? What happened? Apparently, I didn't actually merge these layers together, and I thought I did, and I thought I created a new layer after that, and then I renamed it Bird Base, and it turned out that it had my line art on it for the beak. Anyway, I'm getting hungry too because I mean, I ate lunch late and it was a pretty small lunch for me compared to what I normally have because then I had to go get some groceries. Not that any of the groceries I got I would have eaten for lunch. It's just that I didn't feel like cooking anything because of that. And oh, I forgot to draw the tail. Let me put this color in my swatches. Even though I'm not sure I'm going to keep that color, I might do some adjustment to it. But anyway, yeah, I'm getting hungry too myself. That's why I used to stream later in the day. Mm, I might not use the sketch layer for the tail. Let's see. I feel the tail should come out more like that. Does that look like a, is that convincing? I think it's convincing enough. I'm convinced. So let me color this in again. Hold tight for everyday lunch. And you know what? Most days I do eat the same things. So it was somewhat my everyday lunch today. I ate some salad, aka romaine lettuce, and Ken's honey mustard dressing, and or the honey mustard anyway. Because I do make a different bottle that is dressing. But I think the other one is still also dressing, but it doesn't say dressing. I don't know. I'll have to check. And then I had some corn and I had a banana and I put some Colby Jack cheese, pineapple peach salsa, and sour cream on a croissant. And then I put it in the microwave to melt it. And then it made the croissant very soggy, which I should have known. I made a grave error and it is entirely my fault. But it tasted amazing. And it wasn't that hard to eat once I used the fork from my salad. So it was fine. In the end, everything was okay. All right. Now, oh yeah. So what I wanted to do for this may be tough to show you now. Let me pull this out. Um what I wanted to do for this drawing is to have everything outside of the window stay in black and white, that kind of thing. So, trouble in toast. I like it. Um, so the curtains and the window, I'm going to do more grayscale on that. So I don't need more colors for that. The rest of the colors go for the sky. Now I have these birds in the drawing here and I don't know how I'll do those, but I'll find some way. You guys, you're hilarious. Okay, so do I want to do some of the curtains? Let's do the curtain row. No, don't go into my sketches folder. Let's do curtain rod underscore base. And I'm going to use pure white. F, 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 F. That's the hex code for white. in case you wanted to know. Okay, maybe I should first do this side of it. So we just get a little bit of a rounded end there. By the way, that's another pro tip for if you're ever drawing things or, for example, 3D modeling things, is that nothing ever has a hard edge. Even things that seem sharp and pointy, usually there's some little bit of softness or curve to it, even if on a very microscopic scale. All right. Let's see. What do we got? When I need a fawn. Bun fries. Oh my god. I like flan can work for flags too. Or flowers. Oranges. Yeah, that's great. Let me think of one. Hmm. Hmm. Buns also just works for guns. There's so many that can overlap. Um, hmm. I'm having a hard time thinking of anything good. I'm so sorry I've let you guys down. You guys came all the way here and I am letting you down. I'm still just thinking about everyday lunch. Wow, that's amazing. You know what? I think that technically I said it long before you typed it, but still, it's pretty impressive that you typed it when you did. It's a good thing this curtain rod is gonna be hidden by the curtains because I kind of am not liking it. By the way, I did think about doing something with a Legend of Zelda theme also, but I ended up not. In case you couldn't tell. I was like trying to think, I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do for everyday life? I feel like I used up all my good ideas on the Music of the Spheres drawings. Have I? Maybe. Ooh, fry, fry, fry. That sounds really good. I could go for some fry, fry, fries right now. Okay, let's do a kind of darker gray for the actual curtains. So they'll come off the thing like here-ish. I basically never look at curtains for reference. I just kind of do what my heart tells me, you know? It's like that song from the late 2000s, Listen to Your Heart. I don't know if that's what it's called. And I don't remember who the song is by. But you know what I'm talking about. It goes like this. Listen to your heart. And that's what I do when I'm drawing curtains. I listen to my heart. Okay, every now and then I like to hide my sketch layer and see, is this working? I think so. I think that's looking pretty good so far. Now, what if I were to just duplicate this over to the other side and no one would be any the wiser? Did I see? Look how off I drew those in the sketch. I feel like for some reason I have a tendency to make things that are on the um, on the right side a lot higher. Let's see. Wow, you guys are coming through with the names here. It probably is the DHT version that I'm thinking of, that I listened to anyway, because that sounds very familiar. But I don't know if it is. Oh no, well, clean a pot. Duh. Your your problem has an easy solution, my friend. For all the obstacles you could run into while trying to cook yourself something, a dish being dirty is very manageable. Oh yeah, that's the worst though when you like didn't realize that something was dirty and you have to clean it. Especially I feel like with pans or pots, like they have the potential to be so much more dirty and have things like crusted on them and that take a while to clean off. So that does suck. I do sympathize. Rodrigo's here. Hello. Thanks for joining us. We're drawing a bird on the moon and oh my god, guys, who wants to find love on the best dating site? Over on Twitch, sometimes um I get people asking me if I want to be famous. Can you believe that? So now here we've got this wonderful, um, wonderful proposition to find love. Let's see. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I'm just drawing. I'll show you this the little sketch layer. We've got its window with the sun and the moon. Easy. So next, yeah, maybe I'll draw some lines in the curtains. Oh, this side is shorter than the other side, and it has less curtain. It's the thinness of the curtain that makes a good pizza. Wait a second. Yeah, there was a bot xxx18.online, but I put it in timeout. I wonder if they show up in the replay because I set it so the chat will show up in the replay for the stream. But I don't know if you remove a message and then also put the channel in timeout, then I don't know that it'll show up. But it basically just said like find love on the best dating site. I don't even think there was a link to anything. I can't remember. If there was, I blocked it out of my head. Do you guys know the song Always in My Head by Coldplay? It's like that, but it's actually never in my head. The curtain on this side is not speaking to me like the curtain on the left. But it's okay. Not all curtains need to be made equal. So let's do some curtain lines and I'll just make it a little bit darker. And I'm gonna draw the nice little thing here. The nice little curtain holder. Which I like drawing on curtains even though I've never had one of these in my whole life. I always just use either tie the curtain to itself, which I think is what I have with my curtain over. Oh, my curtain over there, I use a hair tie to to whatever it is that you do, whatever the word is. Oh, you guys. Coldplay, do they have fans? I don't think so. Ew, why? Imagine liking Coldplay. Oh my god, imagine being a Coldplay fan. Oh, I don't think I meant to color those in. I just realized that I was going to use it as a line. Well, hmm. Is that problematic for me? I don't. Yes, it is. So undo. Go back. Be gone. Ugly Phil. I'm just kidding. It wasn't ugly, but I didn't want these filled in. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to get hungry and tired. I feel like it's been a long day. It's been a long day full of a lot of excitement, which is all thanks to our beloved Coldplay and the album that they haven't even said anything about it today. Not that I was expecting them to, but at least I don't think they did they? Curtains on the left, curtains on the right. Got a curtain inside. Curtain of the pride. Now, does this line I've drawn for the ribbon make any sense? Let's just pretend it does. Kind of past the point of caring. I'm like, you know what? It looks okay. We'll go with that. Maybe that's too big on that side. A lot of this section outside of here is going to be darkened anyway, so. Ooh, eat something and sleep at the same time. I might, I might sleep while I cook. That way I can enjoy eating while I'm awake. Oh, I don't like that, what I just did. No, no, no. I don't really like that either. I feel like it should come more from over here, maybe. Ew, tangents. No, no. Okay, here's what's happening. This, I'm gonna draw it over there. Great. And, maybe that should come from over there. It's the kind of things you have to think about. Does this make logical sense? Gets in the way of just having fun. Who said curtains need to make sense? Rip me, by the way. I slept extremely badly and kept waking up, and today I had to stay up until after 3 a.m. Oh my god. What time is it for you now? It's like midnight? Almost. Ooh, you have a dishwasher? Very cool. I've had a dishwasher twice in my life, I think. Okay, I'm gonna focus on my drawing for a hot second here. You guys can talk about sleeping. All right, this is coming together. This is really shaping up to be a drawing. Okay. Midnight in 10 minutes. Wow. I would be asleep. I don't know how you Europeans do it. Like it's only 5:50 p.m. for me right now. I am pretty tired already, so I don't see how I could ever stay up that late. But of course, I do fall asleep pretty close to midnight actually. You get that like second wind after a certain point. It also helps after I eat dinner. Now, this side is huge, and that side is not huge. So, I think I can fix this simply by cutting off some of this over here and just moving it. And just move it over a little bit. And then that's it. Then it should look better, hopefully. And, well, it looks good enough. Good enough to me. Okay. I kind of want to do some of the sky because I don't know yet how I'll blend it all together. I have a thought, which is I could just start. Hmm. I do like to use some of these brushes, not this, like these watercolor brushes. So maybe I can make use of some of these. Big, rough wash, small grain. No, I don't like that. I end up using the same brushes all the time because most brushes I don't like. Massive random. This is a good one. This one I've used a lot for my Music of the Spheres drawings. But I kind of like the texture that it gives. It is set to multiply, so maybe I should change it to normal. Let's see. Oh, you guys. You guys and your talking about things. Is, is that convincing to say that I read your comments? I did read them, by the way. But I don't really have much else to say. Like I said before, I'm really not used to so many comments coming through during a stream. Usually I could ramble on for like a whole minute before anything gets said. So it's great to have more activity going. But unfortunately, it still leaves me just rambling about my own stuff and ignoring you guys, is what I feel like. But it's okay. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for staying. Um, I think, do we have something next at 6 p.m.? Is that correct? I don't want to use too much of this purple up here. Hmm. Oh, yeah, it's all coming together. It's all coming together. We also have one watch party in between still. Ah. Ah, yes. That's what I thought. Oh, you know what? I need to make a base for my sky so it's not out here. Although I kind of like that too. But, oh, I didn't color in the curtains. Let's do a lighter gray for those. And go back to my other brush. When I was but a young animation student, um, for our, we call it capstone in undergrad, but it's basically just our thesis. For animation, we had 2 semesters to make a an animated short. I have to close out of this and then reopen the file because it freezes. Anyway, well, it doesn't freeze. It's like my graphics card gives up. So it's okay. It resets it. Um, yeah, we had 2 semesters to create a short film. So the first semester was just planning, like pitching the story and drawing out the storyboards and refining it. And then the second semester was actually making it. And if you check out like my Vimeo page or like through my Carabo animation stuff, if you find my website, um, I have I have that short that I made for my thesis. Why does it keep doing that? Stay on the eyedropper. It keeps I keep hitting the eyedropper and then it goes back to my brush. Um, yeah, the finished piece is on my Vimeo page. Um, but I decided to go for hand drawn. I decided to do a 2D film and I drew it all in Photoshop. That was fun. Photoshop has video layers, but it's not a program that's meant for doing animation. So it's not like it wasn't the worst possible way that I could have done it, but it wasn't the smoothest thing in the world. And that also involved me having to I did the line art for it in Photoshop and then also had to color in everything. At least for like the main animation of the characters. So I've gotten very used to ways to simplify coloring in Photoshop. But depending on what brush you use, it can still kind of leave some gaps and stuff behind. Okay, I'll keep going. I might I might not go the full time. Like I might end in like another half an hour or so just cuz I am getting really hungry. I'm just thinking about eating my delicious spaghetti for dinner. But it's been fun to hang out here with you guys. So I'll keep going. I'll keep drawing. Okay, great and wonderful. Let's see here. After Effects is more what you would use? It kind of depends. Like, I actually did use After Effects a lot in putting that together. But to do like hand drawn animation like that, I mean, there are much better tools than Adobe software, period. Like, Toon Boom Harmony is used a lot in like TV stuff, I think. I've never actually used it myself because our program didn't get licenses for Toon Boom until after I graduated. But well, for Harmony, I think we have Harmony. Yeah. Anyway, um, for hand drawn animation or cell animation with Adobe programs, I use Adobe Animate, which is actually what used to be Flash, but it's now Adobe Animate. So, um, other stuff, yeah, After Effects would be really good to use for that, and also like just compositing in general. After Effects scares the hell out of me. I can totally understand that because I feel like that's true of any Adobe program before you like get to know it. I feel like once you kind of become familiar enough with the programs and start to understand like where the things you need to use are, then it becomes easier. And especially if you have experience with other Adobe programs, it can be a benefit and it can be a blessing and a curse because you can start to see like, oh yeah, here's how I can do this thing in this program. Maybe I can do it in this program. And some things work similarly and some things do not work similarly at all, and it's very frustrating. So, it is what it is, but okay, let's go for another lighter gray here for the what's it called? Windowsill. And I'm going to keep it on top of the curtains for now just so I can see it. I think I made this gray color too close to the background. Like the value for the background. But I think you can still see it. Oh my god, this is what I'm talking about with my straight lines. This is horrible. I think the best way to learn any program like that gets super complex, as you say, or just in general, like animation can be a pretty technical thing to try to do. Um, so any stuff like that, it's always helpful to like have a specific thing in mind that you're trying to create and to just learn how to make that specific thing. Or even if you like follow a tutorial and not just come up with something yourself to make. I found that to be very helpful. That helped me a lot when I was trying to start learning Blender. The thing with that is I did already have experience in working with 3D software, but I learned with Maya, which is an Autodesk program. And Blender is amazing, by the way, if you want to if you want to get into 3D. It's a free program and it its capabilities are amazing especially for being a free program. Like it's pretty comparable to programs like Maya. At least for what I do, it works very well. So, by the way, I'll have some videos coming up soon of me working in Blender, probably because I'm doing another um, like 3D illustration thing. I used Blender to make mods for an old Star Wars game. Nice. I've used Blender to make some teeny tiny little animation things. Um, but yeah, when I was learning Blender, it was really having to learn the interface and the differences between how you use Blender versus Maya. That can be very different. I didn't really need to learn like the basic concepts of 3D. That translates pretty well no matter what you're doing, as long as you have that base knowledge. But I did have a hard time once I opened the program. I was like, I don't know what a lot of these buttons are for. There's some things written here. I don't know what they mean. And doing tutorials really helped me out with that for sure. And I can recommend to you if anyone is wanting to get into After Effects, there's a lot of channels. There's at least quite a few channels on YouTube with some really good tutorials for like pretty cool things. So like EC Abrams is one person. I watch his videos a lot, and he does live streams on Behance like every week. Oh, I was wondering why that wasn't filling in. It's because I was on the wrong layer, which I love to watch because I mean I don't watch them very often because they're not at a good time for me. But I like getting to watch them, and I love that he does them because you can kind of see his process in creating things. And that's what I really love to watch is other people making things. Even once you do have an idea of what to do to make something, it's great to watch other people and see what they do, especially because like I tell this to my students all the time. With After Effects, there's almost never just one way to do something. Um, there's always so many different ways that you could go about creating the same kind of animation. So it's cool to see other people's approaches, you know? Okay. I'm starting to not care so much about parts of this drawing. So I am going to use my straightening tools again, just to give myself a little bit of a straighter edge here. Oh, but yeah, so like E.C. Abrams, Ben Marriott, School of Motion, Jake in Motion, I think is his name. There's a bunch of good channels out there with some cool tutorials. You know what helps that I always forget is that I can rotate the canvas. Sometimes that helps me get a straighter line. Not always, but sometimes. Since I draw at a freaking diagonal all the time. If I just turn my canvas diagonal, then you'll never notice. Okay. Yeah, everyone's getting hungry. I think it's getting to be food time. Let's see if maybe I can just get the base of everything down. Why is this? I'm gonna be like Guy Berryman and I'm gonna get the base of everything down. Okay. Now this middle point I feel is not the middle for what I drew before in my sketch. Also, let me just tell you, so much of drawing I feel is just drawing very vague lines and letting people's brains fill in the rest. You know? Oh, you're getting pizza? I'm so jealous. Wish I was eating pizza. But I am going to be eating spaghetti, which is what I always eat for dinner. So, at least there's that. I do get to eat spaghetti, for which I am very grateful. Okay, now let me. Ha ha ha, perfect. I mean, it's really not that much left to do. I just gotta get some birds in here. And I do kind of want to add my gradient on the outside, which I like basically took off. Hmm. Should I do the gradient that way? Okay, I think I'm gonna put the gradient in the background here and just have it be basic. Hmm. Is that foreground, background? Because I kind of want something more like that. I should set it to 50%, maybe. No, I need bigger gradient. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe an even bigger. Whoop. Okay, that's pretty good for a gradient. And then I'm gonna do a vignette on top. Let's see how this works with just the black. Oops. Well, that's not really what I want. Hmm. I feel like maybe I need to darken it a little bit more. But at the same time, maybe I need to lighten it more. Hmm. Decisions, decisions. Oh, you like it black? Hmm. Are there no birds mentioned in everyday life? Well, I'll tell you the reason why I drew a bird, though, is that I was thinking about the song Sunrise, and when the higher pitched strings come in during the middle of the song, I always imagine that it's a bird singing a sad song after like a natural disaster. Hmm. Oh, yeah, the small birds. I'm gonna name this layer Small Birds. You know what? I think there just may be some birds in Wonder the World, Power the People. Ooh, you know what I want to do real quick is I think this will put me in a better mood for this drawing, which is to add to make some glow for the moon. So basically I just duplicate the layer and then I'm just going to do a little Gaussian blur. Amazing. And then I might change the blend mode. I haven't done anything with the blend modes in this stream. Ooh, I like that. The vivid light. Yeah. Now let me do the same thing with the sun. Sun glow, and then I just repeat the Gaussian blur. This one, let's see what we can get here. That's pretty good linear light for that one. Yeah, nice. Yeah, if there are no birds, it's not a Coldplay album, exactly. Kind of want to put another gradient on top of everything up here, but this time it will be a linear gradient, not a radial one. And this time the top is getting dark up here because that's really what needs to happen right now is for the top to be a little darker. As if there's, some light coming through down here. So I might even do like light. And maybe I can use this yellow. I don't know if I should do it as a gradient. Let's try it. And then just change the blend mode. The blend mode might, oh, actually I like that. And I'll just kind of lower the opacity a little bit so that it's subtle. And then once I start adding in shadows to everything and highlights, I think it will work well. In Broken, there's a swallow. Hmm. Do we have Swallow on other albums? Hmm. I don't think so. Now, the problem with the gradient up here is that it is conflicting with my bird. So I think I need to move it up a little higher. Oh, true. How did I not think about that? Yeah, there's a whole song. It's such a weird word, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, but the funny thing is that he uses it basically in the same way in both of those songs. But for some reason, to me, I was thinking about like actual swallowing. Does that make sense? Wedding bells. But to be fair, Wedding Bells doesn't count at all because the question was on other albums. It's not even that I forgot, it's just simply that I didn't even consider that a possibility. Hey, don't listen to me. I'm tired and hungry, so what do I know? Now, let me bring back my beautiful dark blue color here, and I'm going to start throwing in some shadows. The first place I can think of to do it is right here. So we make shadow. I set this to multiply, 50% opacity. That's usually what I do. And then I'm just gonna start drawing some shadows in here. Might even make it even lower opacity. But we'll see. Because another thing that I could do is use my smudge tool a little bit and soften the edges. No, I'm definitely, at least for this one, I'm definitely going to lower the opacity more. And smudge. Do both. Why not? Life's too short not to smudge your shadows. That's what I always say. I feel it should be a little bit of a shadow here. And it's getting dangerously close to the other one. The more I think about the word swallow, the weirder it becomes to me. And I'm just realizing how little I think about the word swallow. Now look at that. A little shadow goes a long way. That's what they say. So let's copy that to the base of the curtains, just so I don't have to set up the layer again. And then here, I start to add even more shadow on the edges and kind of where the lines are. But I'm going to be very rough about it because I'm going to smudge the shadows again. I liked the way that came out for the window frame. That's what I'm saying. Like, you just don't think about the word swallow. And by the way, I've seen this comment from Bardigo. Let me find it again. Every time I think there are no other details to be added, Brooke puts something else. Yes, but I've learned that it's the process of layering that makes something look good. So there's definitely a point at which you can overwork, but adding in different layers, especially of like shadow, of highlights, light in general, darkness in general, these give it more depth. Now, it's totally possible to have a drawing that is just more flat, um, not containing so much of this. Like this style that I drew these curtain holders in, I could totally do that for most of this and it would be fine. It would look great, you know? Um, I could just keep the shadows pretty hard and not soften them like this, and that would work too. But I don't know, I'm just kind of liking this look for it right now. So, and I found, at least for my style, it, yeah, makes everything look better. So, it's taken me a lot of time to figure that out and to actually like kind of do anything about it when I'm making my art. But for the next fan events, I learned that Scriblio quizzes and live streams draw the most people. Yeah. It's really hard to do anything global because that's a lot. So I think, you definitely tried, and I think that it was a good attempt. B-sides. If you want to feel better about it, just look at Coldplay's world tour and how many people they're not going to see and how much criticism they get for it on Facebook. And just remember that. Oh, how did I end up? Okay, hold on. Undo that. Somehow I ended up switching my colors, which I didn't mean to do. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I hope they do too. Window frame. Get a little of that down here. Oh, not like that. Not that much. No, no, no. Go back. No, no, no. Go forward. Okay, thanks. And then just a little more on the bottom. Okay, and then for the windowsill, and this one, I'll color a bunch over here. Little, no, give me back my eraser. Okay, a little bit here, and then a little bit under here. Well, that was a lot more than a little bit. Okay, I think up here has, yeah, that's the same layer. Okay. I'm really excited to share my Music of the Spheres booklet with everyone. I think it's going to be really cool to finally have that out there. Because I've been working on it for a while now. I think this tour will be spread out all the way until 2025, and they're taking it all very slowly. Hmm. That can make sense. Yeah, it would be bad, especially knowing that they wouldn't be releasing any more albums after that point. Although I'm not convinced that they will finish in 2025. I think it will take them a lot longer to finish. Or at least longer. Maybe not a lot longer, but longer. Hmm. Okay, let's see. know. I don't know what else to do for this now. Oh, I never put the birds in there. I made the layer for the small birds, and I never made the birds. I was thinking that I could use my moon color, but I don't think they're gonna show up very well. I wanted to, if anyone was watching my previous live stream, I did the cover for my Music of the Spheres booklet, and somewhere in there used, yes, concept. I had some bird brushes, but I don't. They might not be in this folder. They might be. Oh, maybe they're down here. No, I don't think so. Not in that one. Hmm. I thought that the concept folder would have some birds. This is one thing I wish that, well, there's gulls. That's pretty much what I was trying to add in anyway, so, um, do I like that? And then I'll change the color of these ones that are down here, maybe to like my purple. The purple color, would that work? Let's try it. Can also lock the layer down here. One thing that I wish you could do in Photoshop is search through your brushes. That would be a huge help to be able to do that. Now, the more birds that I colored in, the more I feel like, I don't know that I like all of them. I like these birds up here. I like these birds a little bit, but they're repetitive. I don't want that small bird. No thanks, small bird. I think I might get rid of this one. Let's see. Sounds like it will. Chris already said as much, although I kind of hope the film visual album is not the final release. Yeah. Prefer the Back to Basics album Coldplay to be their final full-length release. Yeah, I agree, and it would be kind of weird for them to release a self-titled album not as the last one. Ooh, a final album with releases of their back catalog? That could be cool. That could be pretty cool. Oh, I like these two birds. Are they maybe I can disconnect them a little bit. I've done hardly nothing with this bird up top here. I gotta give it some shadow and stuff. And the moon. And the sun. Bird base. Shadow. That was weird. Okay. Oh, I clicked on the wrong brush, I think. What's this one? That's just my eraser, isn't it? I don't know. I don't even remember what brush I used before. think it was like Fontania. Close enough. Now, in theory, there actually should be no shadow there because the bird is facing the moon. So it should be more of a highlight there. That's the next step. Now I've done the shadows. Next is some highlights. So I might actually do that now. Highlight. And I'll just take my moon color again. And put a little bit on there. Why does that look, it looks so different. I think maybe the soft light will work. Very subtle. Maybe I actually want something less subtle. Like the hard light. mm. I also just kind of like need another color for the beak. Why is this weird right there? I'm confused by everything that's happening in my drawing now. Okay, good enough. Ooh, you finished work for your job now? Yay. Okay, let's try the moon shadow. No, that's too much. Too much smudging. The thing is that I have to figure out is how much to draw before smudging, because then once I smudge, it goes over where I wanted it to be. But then it gets, kind of diluted. So I have to find a nice medium. It's not what I meant to do. Okay, and it's definitely too dark. Maybe I can see if a different blend mode from multiply would work for this one. Nah, I'll stick with multiply. All right. Does it make any sense to put shadow on the sun? I don't think it does. I also don't think my moon shadow makes logical sense, but it's been it's been a fun day. I'll say that. That's the thing I think about planning any kind of event is that you just have to make sure, are people having fun? Then you're good, you know? If no one is nothing's exploding, then you're solid. Yes, let me put a highlight on the curtains. But I don't know if I should use the sun color and see. Maybe I can use both. Because I could use some of the moon color up here. And just make sure it's on the connected to the right layer. Just a little bit up here. And a lot more there. Usually soft light is a good one to go with. Or maybe screen. This side got a little unruly though. feel that it's not there yet, you know? But I kind of feel like it's at a good place to stop for today. And I'll probably keep working on it on my own time. See if I can make it better. See if I can finish it. And then I kind of want the reason I think I said this earlier, but I don't remember, and maybe and not everyone was here. But the reason why my canvas is so huge, like right now, it's at 12.5% zoom. If I go all the way to 100% zoom, that's this. You can see just the bird at 100%. And the reason why I did that is because I want it to be big enough that I can put it up on Redbubble later. I may or may not also be putting my Music of the Spheres drawings up on Redbubble too. Um, Stay tuned for more of that. Well, thank you all for joining me here tonight. It's been so exciting having so many people watching my stream at once. um, I don't do my art streams too often, but this is the channel to follow for my art stuff. And I do a lot of Coldplay things, although this channel is not necessarily Coldplay aimed, but um, but of course it's hard to make art that's not about them at all ever. So so they keep coming back up. Um, but yeah, this is my art channel. If you want to subscribe, when I do my art streams, they're usually on here. And I also stream on Twitch, but I just do game streams over there. But I'm in a wooden house on there too. Usually it's Tuesday nights. So like right now I would have been streaming on Twitch instead of doing this. And Tuesday nights like about 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern. Same time on Fridays as well, and Saturdays in the afternoon, usually like 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturdays. So come join, come say hi. Our friend I Ran Away is usually there too. Next time you're going to need crowd control. Yeah, for real. um, I hope you all have fun celebrating the rest of Everyday Life Day. So it's Kyle's stream that's up next in like an hour and a little over an hour, right? I think 8 p.m. I'm gonna try to make it to that as well. I don't know if I'll be able to stay the whole time, but everyone check it out. Um, and yeah, I think that's it. Do I have anything else to say? I don't know. I think I probably need to go make some food now. um, yeah, that's it. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all around, hopefully at the next stream. I'll see you guys there. Peace out. Oh god, I can't end the stream. Peace out.